Let's just resolve Teferi, see what happens. Do they have another Spell Pierce? Does this resolve? Miscast might have been the wrong spell to take, but I don't know. They might have another Spell Pierce. And they're out! Hello everyone, it's your favorite fun police. I'm the control guy and I'm back with another video for you guys. A lot has happened since last video. Big update to Arena apparently. Pioneer Masters. It's called Pioneer Masters, right? Not remastered. But there's a Pioneer set coming to that came to Arena. Basically, it's trying to make Explorer as close to Pioneer as possible. And what that does is there's a lot of cards that weren't on Arena yet that are now on Arena. And you'll see one of them in this deck, but there's some cool new cards to build around. So let's play some Magic. But yeah, apart from that, not much to say. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I really appreciate you guys. The channel is growing like crazy as per usual. You guys are the best. Can't do this without you. Thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video. Alright, so today we are playing a cool card that I've been begging Wizards for on Arena for ages. We're playing Days Undoing with Narset. Days Undoing, basically just Time Twister, as in every player shuffles their library and hand into the library and graveyard. No, hand and graveyard into their library, and then draw 7 cards. So it's a wheel. It's a very fair card. Everyone just shuffles their stuff away and draws 7 new cards. Basically, start the game from scratch, but the board stays the same. Yeah, and then you have a Narset in place, so opponents can't draw more than 1 card. So your opponent will draw 1 card, and you draw 7. Yeah, that's pretty game ending in a control deck. So yeah, Days Undoing obviously a little bit nerfed from Time Twister, where it ends the turn if you cast it on your turn. First of all, that's not too bad because we're gonna be casting this either. Well, the opponent's gonna be hellbent, so they can't really do anything with their. They get 1 card. They get 2 cards. They get the card they draw for Time Twister and the card they draw for turn. If those 2 cards can somehow win them the game, you got me. So oftentimes it doesn't really matter. And second of all, actually, if you cast this with instant speed in their draw step because of Teferi, they just don't get any cards. You get 7, they get 0. So that's pretty cool. And it doesn't end the turn if it's not cast on your turn, by the way. So you can't use this to end their turn. So that would be crazy, but you can't do that. Anyway, that's the deck. I tried a lot of shells with this combo, with this package. Basically this is just another way for a controller to just win the game, right? Win the game without winning the game. And I've tried a lot of shells, and it actually felt best in the Orim's Chant shell. Just being able to buy yourself a little bit of time so that you can get your Narset down and then find Days Undoing and slam it. Especially because you can now, since this is kind of a combo, you can Orim's Chant to protect your Days Undoing so they can't even counter it if they have counter spells. That's pretty cool. Also, Orim's Chanting in Narset is also very good against control decks and other decks that want to draw cards. A lot of decks in Timeless draw cards right now. Narset is still a little bit clunky, honestly. She's a 3-drop with double blue. It's a little clunky to resolve a Narset, and oftentimes she'll just get Lightning Bolted or Galvanic Discharged, or just attacked to death. So you gotta know if you want to play this in Timeless, but I think it's decent enough to be played. It's not, I don't think it's like top tier or anything, but it's pretty good. It's good. Especially with Days Undoing. Like before Days Undoing, I don't think you could really justify playing Narset. It was just too slow. But with Days Undoing, you can. And because of Narset basically, if she sticks around, she drew you 2 cards and looked at 8 cards. That's dig through time, right? So because Narset is effectively a slow dig through time, you don't really need any card advantage spells. We have 2 Lórien Reveals because they're basically double as lands, but you don't need Brain Surge, you don't need the One Ring, you don't need any of that because you have Narsets in your deck, right? Also, again, this shell in general was going to Tamiyo ult anyway, so it's fine. We don't really care about cards in hand, and obviously when you pull off the Days Undoing, you have 7 cards to their 1, so no real card advantage spells needed in this shell. But yeah, that's that. Other than that, they changed the way fetch lands look, so now they have the nice little old border, which actually looks pretty nice, I won't even lie. It doesn't really match my whole borderless style, but it's okay, it looks nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck tech. The format obviously is shaken up a little bit by Pioneer Masters, but that's alright, we should be fine. And yeah, let's just jump straight into the games. Right, we open with an awkward hand, but we go first, and we can get a Surveil land, and then we can Lórien Revealed, so I think this is worth this to keep. Oh, I fetched instantly? Oops, that's fine. We'll just get a land with Lórien. I didn't mean to fetch instantly, I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of clicked through that one. Oh, we're playing against Mill? Okay, that's interesting. Let's exile that crowd. Let's see. Do I Orim's Chant them already? It depends on what we draw for turn. We draw Days Undoing? Okay. Days Undoing, incidentally, by the way, kind of shuffles your deck into your library. So, your library into your deck. No, your graveyard into your library. I can't say that, guys. I can't say that. But yeah, anyway, shuffles your graveyard into your library. So even if we get milled very low, as long as we have a Days Undoing, we can protect ourselves. Should I Orim's Chant them? If this was an untapped land, letting me guarantee a Narset, I would Orim's Chant them, but I can't guarantee Narset. I think I let the first mill resolve. Nice, no play. That's good. Oh, hello. I have 3 cards in my graveyard. Incidentally, Narset also costs 3. Do they have Drown in the Loch? Or do I just protect my Narset with an Orim's Chant next turn? I think I do that instead. I think I let this turn go by, and then I Orim's Chant Narset. Orim's Chant, put Narset on top. Yeah, Orim's Chant, put Orim's Chant on top, play Narset, get Orim's Chant back, and then next turn I can wheel. I think that's probably the play. That's hoping they don't have any interaction, by the way. I hope they don't have like some crazy interaction to kill me. Founding the third path. I could Orim's Chant this so they don't get the second spell, but I think that's okay. They tapped out too. Actually, I should have Orim's Chanted it. I should I should just Orim's Chant because they don't have a thingy anyway. There we go. They're tapped out. Orim's Chant, so now they don't get to cast a spell from their hand because of Orim's Chant. Now I play this, put Orim's Chant back on top. Actually, I can just win, right? No, I should protect my Days Undoing with Orim's Chant. That's what I should do. Orim's Chant, and I could Orim's Chant in the upkeep, but I'm not going to. They can mill me here. I don't care. Yeah, target player mills 4. That's fine. There's Merrick Orb. That's annoying, but that's okay. That's okay. They're tapped out. I get to put a Tamiyo in play. I actually get to flip Tamiyo. I'm gonna flip Tamiyo here. Because I'm gonna draw a land. Never mind, I didn't draw a land. That's okay, I'll Orim's Chant them on their turn. I couldn't have gotten lucky there. That's annoying. I could also have just gotten lucky and drawn a land there. That's okay. That's Orim's Chant though. That way they also can't cast anything from their graveyard even though they don't have anything down there. Now they could be holding up counter spells technically, but I can get back the Orim's Chant with Tamiyo, so that's okay. My turn, it mills me a little bit. Yeah, let's not make that same mistake. Let's get Orim's Chant back. Let's Orim's Chant them. They can't cast spells. We wheel. My turn ends, so I don't get to make a land drop, but they have 2 cards in hand, so I should be fine. Eventually I'll find a Teferi to bounce this Merrick Orb, and then I should be okay. The two cards were Maddening Cacophony on a land. That's not too bad. That's alright though. Yeah, eventually I'll find a Teferi. I'm just gonna counter everything they play here. Eventually I'll find a Teferi and they will, I'd bounce them as Merrick Orb and then I'm safe. And I have one more wheel in my deck too, so I can even like protect myself from milling out. Let's counter that. Wait, what spells are in my graveyard here? I could get a counterspell back. I think I should get a counterspell back. Put a counterspell back on top. Oh, it's gonna mill me anyway. Oops, I forgot that, but that's fine. That's just basically it's -1 mill by like putting that back on top. That's alright. I'm gonna cast a Solitude so that I can put it down. And then I'll play a land. And then I think I kill my Tamiyo to get back the counterspell. There's no spell in the deck that can mill me for 29, right? Actually, no, I'll kill Tamiyo to get back a counterspell. I don't want to get milled out. Alright. Sacrifices a creature of their choice. I'm actually going to counter that because I want to kill them. Do I fetch again to prevent the mill? No, I don't think I will. Mill 5. Control source the Plowshares. This is closer than you think. I need them to top deck a land here. There we go. Brainstorm flips Tamiyo. Mana drain is good. And they can see. Okay. Okay, they don't want to play through another Tamiyo. It's actually closer than you think, because I do have to kill them, and the only actual kill condition in my deck are Solitudes. So yeah, that's a little bit scary, but that's okay. Eventually, they will mill my Days Undoing, and I'll put it back on top with my Mystic Sanctuary. Or I just beat them down. I think they died before I mill out. I'm only gonna tap. I'm basically never gonna tap more than 2 permanents, including the Solitude after this. So obviously I didn't find a Teferi, which are my Teferis milled or something? No, they're still on the deck. So I could have just bounced this eventually. But yeah, I'm just gonna flip Tamiyo here, keep getting back counter spells, and then not gonna resolve a spell again. So I'm just gonna kill them with Solitude. But yeah, that's the game plan. All right, opponent goes first. We have no white card for Solitude. Is this keepable? I think I can keep it though. The hand is balanced, and they're playing a slow deck apparently, so it's fine by me. I think I will shock this in and play a Tune the Narrative on their end step. That way I'm set against creatures as well. Say they want to like play a Psychic Prog here or a Bowmaster, Brainstorm main phase. Looking more and more like Show and Tell, guys. Brainstorm of my own. Yep, that's Show and Tell. Fatal Push main deck. Maybe it's Sultai Control, but I don't think it is. No one's really playing Sultai Control at the moment. Everyone's on Show and Tell. untapped breeding pool into past the turn. Brainstorm. It's a lot of lands, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think lands are better than Wrath of the Skies and Swords to Plowshares. I'll take more Orim's Chants. I'm gonna play an island here, so if they go for something, I can Orim's Chant. Knowledge. That card was in an old build of Show and Tell. I'm still not sure that they're on Show and Tell, but I'm almost certain. Almost certain they're on Show and Tell. Again, like, that's a card that he's playing Show and Tell. They're just on the Show and Tell build. I don't know which one though. Okay, that's the second counter spell. Let's put the Solitudes back. I do need to play an untapped land though. No, but if I play Meticulous Archive, I get double counterspell available. But now my hand loses to Veil of Summer at the moment if I don't hold up an Orim's Chant. They could obviously have double protection. I don't really want to draw a second Solitude. This could decide the game. I think I don't want to draw the second Solitude. Actually, I just figured it out. I figured out how I can win. Upkeep Orim's Chant. Knowledge, that's fine. Upkeep Orim's Chant. That's how I win this. Upkeep Orim's Chant. This loses the Spell Pierce Show and Tell. But I don't know if I can play around that. Resolves, no spell this turn. Okay, now I can go to Teferi. Resolves. Do I plus or minus here? I am Orim's chanting them anyway, so I minus. I draw a card. Oh my goodness, I almost misplayed that. It's fine though. Upkeep, Orim's Chant. They can't respond because I have a Teferi, so they don't get a spell this turn. And now it's just how long can we loop this? How often can we loop this? I'm gonna let them have a turn here, because I have double mana drain. Gonna let them have a turn here. They have to have Thoughtseize, Veil, and a win, and they don't. So now I get to put a Solitude in and start beating them down. Nice. Get Lost is also a nice card. Teferi's ticking up. I should have this one. In their upkeep, Orim's Chant them. They can't cast spells. They go to discard. And yeah, that's the other angle of this deck, where I can just do the Orim's Chant thing against them. Hit them for 6, have double mana drain. Double mana drain and get lost, so they're probably not going to win with a show and tell line here. And now they're just, if they don't do anything this turn, they're just deterministic, because I'm going to attack them, Orim's Chant them, attack them, and then die. They have Summer, counted. Demonic Tutor resolves. Yeah, that's the other angle of this deck. I don't necessarily have to Narset wheel you to win. I can just, you know, Orim's Chant loop you. And that's why I think the Orim's Chant shell is good for this deck. Because, like, any other control deck, putting in those clunky spells just doesn't really work out for you. But against, when you have the Orim's Chant line available, then here I just put Mystic Sanctuary on top and kill them. Go to stop at their upkeep. Orim's Chant. Can't cast spells. GG. Okay. Yep. That was a game brought to you by Orim's Chant. Quite literally. That, like, only Orim's Chant wins the game like that. Like, you can't have enough counterspells when they have so much mana and so many cards, right? Eventually you run out of counterspells, but Orim's Chant up in the upkeep when you have a Teferi is just, like, time walk. Like, I just took 3 turns in a row and killed them. And that's the power of Orim's Chant. That's the video you guys loved so much. It's amazing. Obviously, this game, I didn't Narset loop them, but some games you don't need to. Some games you can just beat them down with Solitudes behind an Orim's Chant. And yeah, that's how you win against show and tell, I guess. GG. Okay, opponent goes first. We do have a source of Plowshares and a mana drain. I think we keep this hand. Narset. Is this another show and tell player? Oh, I should have cast Tamiyo in that case. Inquisition. Sure. Probably takes mana drain. Yep. Okay. Yep, another show and tell player. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna resolve a Tamiyo this turn. Brainstorm. Okay, that's good. So I fetch with Scalding Tarn. Stop in the upkeep. Play a Tamiyo. And turn in the upkeep. I Orim's Chant you, so you can't win this turn. Then ideally my Brainstorm flips a counterspell. I really need that. How? Okay, why do people always miss their third land drop when I Orim's Chant them? Like, what the heck, man? Like, it happens so often. Like, obviously not on video because you guys didn't see it, but like, I swear to God, every time I Orim's Chant someone, they missed their third land drop and the Orim's Chant didn't matter. Okay, well, investigate. I think I still will, like, Brainstorm here. I want to win to cycle, that's fine. So I could slam Narset, or I could Brainstorm. If they're cycling with Born Upon a Wind, that looks like they already have a protection piece, or they're looking for the combo. I think I'd rather just Brainstorm. Yes, nice. Okay, that's a really good Brainstorm. That's a really good Brainstorm. That's a Brainstorm that, if they go off next turn, they die. If they try to go off next turn, they die. That's it. That was a great Brainstorm. Anything they cast here, I'm mana draining it. Doesn't matter what they cast. I will be mana draining anything they cast. I don't know about a Brainstorm. I need no. I can't counter a Brainstorm. I can't counter a Brainstorm. That's not worth it. That is not worth it. Should have put the archive back in the deck, but it's okay. I might down take my Narset here. No, I won't. I will fetch Shock and then draw a card. Opponent's turn. I think the opponent has a Veil of Summer. Because you see how it's stuck there? They either have a Brainstorm or a Veil of Summer. That's okay though. We can play around that. Let's draw a card and see what we draw. A land is not bad. Teferi is amazing. Teferi is amazing. So what Teferi lets us do here is we can just do the thing. Teferi. I don't even have to delete my I don't even have to delete. Oh no, I do have to delete my Narset because I need a white source off of this. I can't fetch Mystic Sanctuary with this. So they can like cycle Veil of Summer or Brainstorm. Did I say delete my Narset? I meant delete my Tamiyo. Yeah, see? Predicted. They had the Veil of Summer, but they're only going to use it to cycle, so that's fine. That's okay. Let's put a stop in their upkeep already. I don't want to miss that upkeep stop. Very resolves. I will fetch Shock. Need a white source. I will delete not delete, but like reduce Tamiyo to get Orim's Chant back. I will plus Teferi. In their upkeep, I will Orim's Chant them so they can't do anything this turn. They can't respond because I have a Teferi. You've seen this line before. I'm hoping to Narset wheel them this game, but I can't promise anything. So this goes. Gonna surveil first and then take a draw. Oh, yep. Definitely drawing with Teferi. Double protection is amazing. Now they have to veil before their win, and I can just counter that.
I'm questioning absolutely everything.
Inquisition. I'm gonna counter the Inquisition here.
No!
I don't want to see what I have. I don't want to disrupt my combo. I don't have the mana. It's they can try and show and tell. It's not gonna work. Counter it. And they just concede. They don't get to. I don't get to Narset loop them, but that's gonna happen this turn. I use the mana to Narset loop them, and just win the game. Important little tidbit by the way, before I click off this game. When you're Narset looping with Days Undoing, activate your Planeswalkers that are not Narset before you wheel, because the turn ends, so you don't get to activate them after. And you don't want to activate Narset because Narset puts an extra card in your hand that you're only going to shuffle away anyway. So activate your Planeswalkers, but don't activate Narset. But yeah, they know it's over here, but I will be... I can win in so many ways here. I'm going to Narset loop them, but I don't even have to. I can just put this back on top and draw a card, or I can kill my Tamiyo if I wanted to. Like, there's so many ways. Like, even if I just put Orim's Chant on top, cast Narset, get Orim's Chant back, they're dead. So yeah, good game. Alright, we have an opening hand where we go first into... We can flip Tamiyo on turn 2. I think this is a good hand. I'm going to keep it. We're going to play this. So I could play out Tamiyo on turn 1. That would be good if they are playing exactly Show and Tell. Every other deck has removal. So let's just play this first. Land is good. We'll keep land. This is going to be an early Tamiyo game. They have a Scalding Tarn. Okay. My turn. Them not fetching scares me a little bit. So I'm actually going to... do I pass? Do I play Tamiyo? Do I pass? Okay, I think I'm gonna actually... It might seem crazy, but I think I'm gonna play Tamiyo. And I'm gonna Brainstorm in response to their fetch land. They didn't fetch. Wow, they are playing around it. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Well, I get Tamiyo next turn. Another Scalding Tarn. My turn. I will play this. Oh, let's move to combat first. Let's attack. Make a clue. Honestly, I don't think I need to flip Tamiyo just yet. They are gonna play so slow, like I can just get advantage with this Tamiyo. I don't need to flip her yet. I want to see what they're trying to do here. Shocking Watery Grave. Okay. Like, if he wants to dance around this Tamiyo, I'm happy to do that. Okay, now here, because it didn't draw a land, I'm gonna Orim's Chant them and then Brainstorm. Because I want a land drop. Orim's Chant. Spell Pierce by Orim's Chant, for sure. Brainstorm Tamiyo. I got the Spell Pierce out of their hand. That's already good enough, not gonna lie. Getting the Spell Pierce out of their hand is good enough for me. And Tamiyo flips, and I still don't draw a land. Let's put back the redundant Tamiyo and the redundant Wrath of the Skies. Spell Pierce. I still don't technically know what they're playing just off the bat. But I think I will fetch Shock 2 in the narrative. I want to try and hit my land drop if I can. I don't have any interaction anyway, because I can only exile something. I can do that for free with Source of Plowshares anyway. And there's the land. Beautiful. I was gonna put Orim's Chant back on top, and then I'll be able to Orim's Chant into... I can just play this Tamiyo as well. Might as well. I can Orim's Chant Teferi in next turn. That should be pretty good against a Spell Pierce deck. Let's see what they're playing over there. Are they just playing Show and Tell? Interesting. Are they on Show and Tell with Spell Pierce? I mean, it is a build of Show and Tell. I've seen Show and Tell with Spell Pierce. If they are, that sucks, because that means they're just gonna win. They could just win here. That would suck. Do they have the win? Yeah, they just have the win. That's unlucky for me. I'm gonna put in a Solitude in case they go for an Atraxa, but that's all I can do. If they go for an Atraxa, that's interesting. So there's still a chance here. They go for an Atraxa, so they went for a... Okay, so that's the win, Show and Tell missions. They have Curse and Grip main deck, that's not gonna find any targets, but they do have Counteract Instant Sorcery Spell. They have Miscast into Veil of Summer. I don't see how they beat Teferi here. I don't see how they beat Teferi here. Spell Pierce could beat Teferi. I want to resolve this Teferi, but at the same time, I have to just go for this. I can move to combat first. I don't have a land, that's why. I need one more land. Let's just resolve the fairy, see what happens. Do they have another spell pierce? Does this resolve? Miscast might have been the wrong spell to take, but I don't know. They might have another spell pierce. And they're out! Nice! They had no answer for Teferi. That was a very close game, to be fair, because I wasn't playing around them actually beating on spell and show and tell, so I tapped out for their turn 3, which is always really dangerous. But the cool thing is, when they go for just an Atraxa show and tell, and you put in a Solitude, they're not technically winning yet. Like, they need to actually find a good next turn. And they're on a very, very weird, in my opinion, very weird build with Miscast main deck, Spell Pierce main deck. If this Miscast and Spell Pierce was just hand hate, if those were just Thought Seizers, I think he wins this game. But yeah, now I get to Teferi, upkeep Orim's Chant, pass turn back to... Okay, Teferi plus Tamiyo, draw a card with Teferi, upkeep Orim's Chant. Then I get to see what I draw. If I draw a land, that's Orim's Chant back and I get to ult Tamiyo. If not, I take Tamiyo down to get Orim's Chant back, keep digging. This Tamiyo is making clues, so yeah, they are in a bad spot here if they can't deal with this Teferi, and they couldn't, so that's GG. And we are back for the post-game chat. This deck is very good against slower decks. Against control, against show and tell, this deck is amazing. Against aggro, played a couple games, not so much. You are only a 3 Wrath of the Skies deck. You do have the full boat of Solitude and Swords of Plowshares, but you only have 3 board wipes, and I felt that a lot against aggro. Like, when they discard, like, I played against a Jund aggro deck earlier today. They discarded my first Wrath of the Skies. I top decked my second one to kill, like, a couple of creatures, but then they just rebuilt their board, and the third Wrath of the Skies was somewhere in 40 cards in my deck, and I just couldn't find it, right? So, for a control deck, low-key low on board wipes. We're also kind of low on counterspells if you think about it, because, again, we only have 4. I think that's not a bad thing. My Flage control deck only runs 4 counterspells, all mana drains. But that deck has the One Ring, so you're going to be drawing way more cards, so you're going to see them more often. So, honestly, but the thing is, right, the counterspells, we took them out for the Orim's Chant package, right? I think Orim's Chant is a good card, but it's a risky card. I personally love the card, but there's a reason why it's not a control card, why it's not seen play in control in, like, older formats. Is because that's all this card does, right? It stops your opponent from casting spells in a turn and attacking, but it doesn't affect the board at all, and it doesn't actually stop a spell. Like, if they cast a spell, Orim's Chant in response doesn't do anything, apart from, let's say it's a Dark Ritual, then maybe, but, like, you get the point. This card is interesting, but it's not, like, amazing often. It's really good against decks like Show and Tell, where they need to cast a spell on their turn to win the game. But if they already have a Goblin Bombardment and 5 creatures in play, Orim's Chant basically does nothing, because even if they can't attack, they can just sacrifice all their creatures and activate their Ajani Planeswalker. So, polarizing card, it's really good in some matchups, really good, bad in other matchups, which is probably why it should just be a sideboard card in best of 3. But again, I play best of 1, and I really like this card. I think this card is cool. It leads to some really cool play patterns where you just take infinite turns against a deck and just kill them with Solitude Beatdown, or you get to set up all your Planeswalkers and just, by the time they can cast spells again, you have 3 Planeswalkers in play and 4 counterspells in hand. So yeah, I think this deck is cool. Obviously, Narset Wheeling. I think Narset Wheeling, as I hate to say it, it's one of my favorite things to do in Magic, but it's low-key kind of slow. It feels a little slow. It feels a little bit like it's just not strong enough for Timeless. The good news is you are allowed to do this combo in Explorer. This is fully legal in Explorer in Pioneer, right? So look out for a Pioneer video of mine, because that might come soon. Explorer video of mine, that might come soon. But yeah, in Timeless, it's a little bit slow. It obviously is helped by the fact that if you on turn 3 counter their 3-drop and on top with 6 mana on your 4th turn, you can do it on turn 4. But really, it's like, I don't know. Oftentimes, it's like the boards in Timeless are so gummed up already, where like a wheel doesn't really matter, or like by the time you Narset Wheel, you're either already winning or already losing. And if you're losing on board, the wheel doesn't actually change that. You're still losing on board. And if you're winning on board, then there's no need to wheel. Like, sometimes when you have 3 cards in hand, and you have a counter spell, a removal spell, and I don't know, say another counter spell, and you slam Narset, wheeling doesn't. You don't want to wheel because you don't want to lose that good hand, and the opponent already is hellbent anyway. So, oftentimes, I don't know, it feels a little too slow for Timeless, but you tell me. I don't know. I like it. I love it. One of my favorite interactions in Magic, but sometimes a little slow. Maybe too slow for this format. But yeah, that's about it for the deck tech. Let's open some packs and end the video. Alright, so today I have some Pioneer Masters packs and a Foundations pack. Let's start with the Foundations pack, actually. Because this has some weak cards in it. Yeah, I ain't even reading that. I ain't even reading that. And let's open some Pioneer packs. Alright, we got Dictate of Erebos. I don't think this card sees play. Hold on. Okay, I am back. My camera died. Anyway, I was saying, yeah, Dictate of Erebos. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. 5 mana, flash enchantment. I don't think this is ever going to see play in Timeless. Maybe in Pioneer. Actually, now that Pioneer's on Arena, I might pivot back to Pioneer. Not completely, but I might make more Pioneer videos, because I do love that format a lot. But Explorer was a little bit annoying, because you would always see all the combo decks and aggro decks had all their cards on Arena, and control deck, no, not combo, not Lotus Field combo, don't get me wrong, but like all the like Amalia combo, the green-black combo decks, Greensong, they had all their cards on Arena, and control was missing so many important cards, Hallowed Moonlight, Days Undoing and a couple more. But now that control has all their cards, I might pivot back to Explorer, we'll see. But yeah, just saying. Anyway, next pack. We got a free rare, and we get a mythic in this pack, actually. We get Meticulous Reignited, unplayable. In Timeless. Maybe an Explorer, but unplayable in Timeless. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. That's not horrible. Destroy target creature. That's mid. Target opponent gains an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. That's pretty cool, but probably not viable. But yeah, anyway, I am gonna probably make some Explorer decks because of this, this set obviously releasing. I might make some Dimir control in the Explorer, make some Azorius control, obviously, you already know. But yeah, that is pretty much it from me. Hidden Strings is cool in Lotus Field combo, but that's pretty much it for me. I'll look at the decks in Explorer right now and see if I have wild cards and if I can craft the cards. Those mythics you see up there are probably reserved for Snapcaster Mage, because I really want to make a Snapcaster Mage deck. But yeah, that's about it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. Obviously today, I'm sorry that the matchup spread was a little lame. You saw a lot of show and tell and a lot of like weird slow blue decks. I did cut out one aggro matchup from the video, but it really wasn't interesting, trust me. Like, I just got beat the hell down by aggro, and like I died before I resolved basically a relevant spell, and like that just happens sometimes. I was able to keep myself alive with Orim's Chant a little bit, but then I just didn't top deck well. I was looking for a Wrath of the Skies and didn't find one. So, not an interesting game. So, just cut out the video for you guys, just so the games are actually entertaining. Other than that, don't play Orim's Chant control decks into aggro, but do play Orim's Chant control decks. Between the 2 control decks I've uploaded to this channel, with this one being one and the other one being the other, I do think I prefer the other one, simply because the Narset Undoing combo is just a little clunky in Timeless, and you're not abusing mana drain as much as you are with Teferi and Jace in your deck. And yeah, that's just my thoughts. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any like suggestions, leave them out in the comments. I'll read all my comments, like all my comments, you already know. That out the way, I'm the control guy, and I bid you all farewell. Peace.